Yep. Alright, guys. Welcome to the bee yard. Trying to get you set up here. Alright. See what I can do here. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Ta-da! A little wobbly, but we'll work with it. Alright, I'm Chris with Memo Bees. I'm out here at the yard. We're going to do a couple things. We're going to bait the swarm trap, check some hives, see how we're doing. I'm going to suit up and get the smoker going. And I got the mic on, which is a new addition. This is new. I tested it earlier. It says it works. So this is new for me, so you guys can hear me better. Isn't that nice? There we go. Alright, got some stuff in here to get it going. Maybe. Make my hole down here. There we go. You don't want to play, huh? There we go. I bet you I did not grab my wood pellets. I did not. Oh well. We got plenty of sticks. And get to stay started. Well, she won the other day, and that's about how it goes. The smoker gets going real good about the time you're done. Seriously? Probably can't see me, I'm too low. Oh, no, you can. You got a nice view of my butt, didn't you? Come on. Take off. I'm using some leaves and stuff. I got some egg crates in here, egg carton pieces. There we go. Get in there. You can burn all those leaves, I know it. And I want the smoke today because last time I was out here, I had a couple of very spicy hives. Ouch. Seriously? He's just not wanting to burn. See, and it's out again. You little crackerjack. Let's see if I can get one of these other pieces to light. My other torch thingy died on me. Come on. Come on. Oh, there's flame in there. I swear, some days lighting this smoker is more headache than the bees. Ah. Come on. Come on. Light one of those little pieces in there. Nice little fire going, and it'll go out before I get anything else started in it. Whew, we may have got it this time. Ouch. I said just throw some sticks in. See if it'll stay there and smoke for a minute. Oof. Alright. Let's get on with it, shall we? I will try to see the comments. Listen, I knew it. That little fuzzy thing on this speaker keeps falling off every time I put my veil on. Maybe some glue. But once you put a veil on, you can barely see the screen. See, I can't see any comments. There are some heart comments. Hi guys. Put a veil on, you can barely see the screen. See, I can't see any comments. There are some heart comments. Hi guys. Alright. So I will try to see the comments as much as possible. Explain what I'm doing. Like I said, once you put the veil on, you can't hardly see the screen on stuff. Make sure it's secure. And this is one with the double zippers on the side. Make sure those are down. Suit up. I'm going to work these hives this morning, or today, because last couple of times I worked those back ones. We're going to leave them alone. I'm going to work these in the front. And I have a feeder bucket out. And they're not taking it, so they've got their own flows. And they're not taking it, so they've got their own flows. Where are we at? Okay. Hang on. I gotta see the screen. In the shadows. See if I can flip this thing back around. Hang on with me. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! Alright. We'll just start with this one here and we'll move our way down. Alright. Ouch. Here, gotta get these stakes out of the ground. We're gonna give them some smoke in the front. As you can see, they don't like that. And this interrupts the queen. Oop, there we go. The queen enters where she can't communicate with everybody, going attack, attack, attack. All right. I'll pop this. See what? Oh, hang on. Hive tool. I found one of my hive tools I lost. And I think I just lost it again. Seriously? Me and hive tools are not a good thing this year. I've lost two out in this yard somewhere. And it's not that big of a bee yard. Alright, sit that there. Let's pop this up. They still have sugar feeder on. Ooh. We need a lot more smoke because they're going to be angry. It looks like I need to remove it because somebody is eating through the bag. Alright. So we're going to take this completely off right now because they've ate through the Alright. So we're going to take this completely off right now because they've ate through the burlap sack has collapsed. And I'm sure there's bees on this, so we're going to sit them right there. Alright. This is only a single deep. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Let's start this way, shall we? Ooh, smoke is right in the way. Let me set this over here so it can blow to them and not to me. Alright. They're coming up, out, up and out. Woo! Wow, she's healthy. And she's spicy. Smoke, please. Okay. Okay, this is full of nectar. Where are you guys at on camera so I can know my pinpoint? Sorry, I can't see the camera. Alright, there we go. You guys fell over. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to work this camera thing at the same time. Okay, there's where you guys are. Alright, here we go. Ah! This is nectar frame. And they've got the flow going, so we're going to set this right here on the edge in the box. Because the only problem with I was always taught, if you pull the frame straight out of the middle, the queen could be there, you could roll her, you could hurt her, and then you lost your whole hive. More nectar and bee bread. Are you guys in camera? A little bit. There we go. Okay. We can put this one back and just slide it over now that we have one out for open space. And they're about ready. No, I see the problem. They've got a wonky they're building. Can you see all that? Yeah, isn't that pretty? They're starting to calm down a little. Alright. See, this is what I was looking for. This frame has not been pulled out yet. It's not drawn. So they're working on it. And see, on this side they've made runners. So it could end up being wonky comb and the way they do stuff. Alright, put that back. But they are about full up, so they're about ready for their next box. Aha, there's what I'm looking for. See these? Oh, I gotta lower this camera. Come on, you guys see this. Where's my thing? I can't see anything. Hang on a minute, I gotta drop you down so I can see what you're seeing. Okay. So down here, hang on, move over. Let me put my fingers there. Oh, I can't see if you can see it. Hang on. There. I think that's right. There. Those are queen cells. Those are capped. And these are being capped. Those are queen cells. They're getting ready to swarm. So, now we're looking for a queen. We're going to take this other one here that was almost empty and just set it aside. That might be why they're very agitated. They may be queenless right now. And so far I have found no. So here's another cell. That's another one that ain't completely filled out. See, this is This is what I'm looking at. There is no eggs in here, so they probably are queenless right now. Oh, and my smoker went out. Ugh, I hate when that does that. Okay, so they're very unhappy, and now I know why. They don't have a queen, from what I can tell. Alright, so we're going to put this back in here, and we're going to shut them back up. And I don't have a smoker, and they just went violent. Come on. Where I get... Yes, I've been stung before. It's not fun. By nobody. Alright, let's... Whoop, shit. Language, I'm sorry. Let's put this back over here. Like that. Alright. Let me go get my smoker restarted. We're going to change camera positions because I cannot see you with the sun. My smoker restarted. We're going to change camera positions because I cannot see you with the sun. Stay right there for a minute. I'll be right back. I'm going to start the smoker again. Wow. They are hot. So they do not have a queen. Alright, we're gonna leave them alone and just let them be. Ha ha ha. That's always the quick answer. We'll just sit this right here for now. Alright. Answer. We'll just sit this right here for now. Alright. We're gonna move down yet to that one. I'm gonna smoke it real quick, and then we'll move to the back side. Come on, smoker. This smoker is not working. Like the lady said the other day, your smoker will start running really good about the time that you're done. Done using it. Alright, where you at? Alright, hang on. If you do clicks and likes, I'd be happy. If you guys give some taps, I could really use it. Alright. So we have one that's queenless. They're gonna have a queen here soon. And I cannot find my hive tool again. Wow. Seriously. I've got to quit with these hive tools. They're not in there. Seriously. I'm gonna have to put that thing on a retractable rope. My husband, we have discussed me putting a hive tool on a retractable so I can ouch, find it when I Alright, they still have their feeder on. We're going to take that off too on this one. Alright. This one had a feeder on. Alright. Let's pop this off. This had a feeder on, so. But I didn't bring any extra frames with me today, so we're going to leave the feeder. There we go. The other ones are just mad. Oh yeah, Chanel number 5. I gotta smoke myself to get the bees, so leave me alone. By this, he says they're all down below. By the sounds. And see, these are all empties. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and crack this open. Give a peek. Let's see. Hang on, pick you up. I forgot how much this was doing this by myself. The camera work. You should see it when I pop it open there. See, there they are. And see, these guys are nice and calm. And see, most likely, they've got a queen. Ooh, it still has sugar water in their feeder. Okay. Want to tip that up, it's still got stuff in it. So they're not taking it because there's enough nectar run going. So let's pop this open and we'll see what this one's doing. Alright, outer board. These guys are small. Alright, let's start our scoots. Looking for eggs. Egg says there's a queen. Alright. There you go. Okay. There you go. Well, they drawed it out wonky, but this is nectar, so. This is a frame that ain't drawed out. This is one I flipped and put the bottom box back on, the top box on the bottom type thing. Here we go. Look at this mess. Those are drones. Ancient. I'm looking for eggs besides the drone and what's there. Could be on the next one. Just taking a quick peek. Alright, we're going to put that back. Alright. So this is the main brood section should be. Alright. This was the matching side to the other one. We got more drone. Just kind of curious if there's a queen around here somewhere. Ah, there's a drone. Let's see if I can point him out to you. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, you got me disappeared on me. They're bigger than everybody else, and they don't do anything. A lot of entourage on this side, but that's a lot of nectar. There's not a whole lot in here for eggs. Interesting. She may be in the top box. There ain't a whole lot right there for eggs laying. See, these are not drawn yet. These are old. They're not capped or drawn. Let's put these in. We'll check the top because there's not a whole lot of eggs in there. This might have been that small one that I was working on the other day. About 2 weeks ago, I had to do a walkway split, and this might be it. I can get this back in there. There we go. Boy, that's tight. That's very tight. Come on, you gotta shift to get down in there. Oh, great, now I gotta bring it back up. It's because the side walls are so full of wax and stuff. These are a tight fit on some of these. Sometimes it just simply is turning the frame around. Since it's an empty frame, I can do that. See, it did it again. There we go. I got the other end first. All right. Let's put this back on, and then I want to check this top piece. All right. Just to see what they're doing up here. Where you at? Just to see what they're doing up here. Where you at? Can you see? Okay. I said hearts and likes, follows would be great. I much appreciate it. And see down here, they're just... There we go. Here's a big cluster. That's where they're capping honey. Haven't found any more eggs than what we found down below. So these are all workers. It's the time of year where everybody starts changing up their mind on what they're going to do. Just workers. No, that's all there is for eggs is on that one little spot. Just that one little spot's got eggs. That's it. Interesting. They ain't changing of the guards. I didn't find a queen. There's some eggs, but I didn't find new eggs. Everybody's requeening this year. This one back in there. We may steal something out of another hive. I find one abundance of eggs because they don't have much, and I've seen some drones and stuff, but there ain't enough from my point of view. Ouch. Alright. So I'll lay this over here because it's empty. Oops. This one back in for now. Alright, we're just going to set the top back on this because we may have to add something. If not, I'll come back to it either way and put the other one back in. Alright, I'm going to smoke the next one and give it a peek. And I'll move you all down in just a second. Alright. Move you on down. Move you on down. Alright. Where are we at? There we go. Alright, let's give it a peek, shall we? Hive number 3 for the day. This has an inner cover, which is nice. I need more inner covers. It's not just the feeder tops I make. They're bringing in pollen, so they should have a queen. Nectar's one thing, but you need pollen to feed the babies. So that's how that works. Always so much gear. Can never pack light with a bee. Alright. Always so much gear. Can never pack light with a bee. Alright. 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 There you go. Alright, well, we'll start close to the feeder, I guess. And always lay your stuff like on your lid or something like that. Just in case that queen is on that frame, you don't lay her on the ground. Ooh, this one's stuck. You're good. Oof. Oof. Alright, this is all nectar. I'm just going to scoot that over. See, here's another one. To me, it looks like another queen cell. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, they've started a couple. There we go. These are queen cells. There we go. These are queen cells, and they're being started. So, either they don't like her, she's too old. That's the reason we're going to bait the swarm trap that's about 50 foot away. Come on. Upsy daisy. There we go. These girls are working hard. There we go. Not so much on that side. And I've got to let them replace everything they use for winter, which is they get 2 boxes, and then everything after that. And I've got to let them replace everything they use for winter, which is they get 2 boxes, and then everything after that is mine. Funny. There we go. There we go. But since we're on a medium on the bottom, so I can't take anything out of here for egg-wise. This is just empty. Okay. So I'll put this back. Okay. So I'll put this back in here on this end. Alrighty, well. There's nothing to take out of there. Darn it. Oh, I forgot the inner cover. I wish I could hear comments instead of have to read them. That way you guys could tell me what I'm doing here. And there's stuff I'm forgetting, like the inner cover. To read them. That way you guys could tell me what I'm doing here. And there's stuff I'm forgetting, like the inner cover. We're just going to leave that one alone. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Let's move on down. This is another walkaway split, so I'm not sure what I'll find in here. Alright, let's smoke the front and line you guys back up. How y'all doing? Hey, if you could tap that screen, I'd much appreciate it. See if I can see the screen. Hey, thanks for joining. Is this just the top? Is this the top of the box? Well, what is it? It's an inner cover, so when you open the lid, they don't just swarm out after you. Hang on, let me smoke this. Oh, come on, smoker. Why is this thing being such a pain today? Alright, so, okay, this is a lid. This piece here. We'll go through this piece by piece. Hang on, pop this. Okay, this one does not have what they call an inner cover like the last one. So when I open it, as soon as I crack it, this lid here, Without an inner cover, they can just come out down the sides and everything else before you're really ready. This one has just a feeder top on it, which I made to feed for the winter and stuff. They're also vent tops. My smoker just went dead again. Seriously. Oh, this smoker's going to give me a run for my money today. It really is. It's going to give me a run for my money because he keeps going out. And of course, anything you do with gloves on takes 5,000 times more effort. Which I think this one just gave up on me. Hang on, I gotta go get a new fire starter. If I've got one with me. Oh, now it's smoking again. I swear. There we go. Now we're smoking. Now it's got gas in it. Alright, so back to what I was saying. Now it's got gas in it. Alright, so back to what I was saying. Okay, this is your lid. Inner cover keeps them from coming out after you. I make vent tops because here in Missouri, humidity gets really high here in the summer, just like today. It's only a vent top that I make. In the winter, we put sugar bricks in it and it's completely covered, and they just come and go as they please. In the summer, you see these guys are docile enough. We can do this. If you see on the sides over here, there are little vent holes with screens on them, so they can fan through the bottom, up through the hive, to keep it below 96 degrees in the summer when it's 110 out, and vent it out to the top, either direction, whatever. So they don't do a lot of bearding for me in the summer. And I just made them. They're just a 1x4. It doesn't have to be a 1x4. It can be shorter. I just made it this way, that way, because in the winter I put the sugar bricks in and then my wood chips and stuff. And in the summertime I can take them off. Or the other ones I took off, I'll put back on once I clean all the winter gear out of it. So I just pop this off like this, set it over here to the side. Are we good? Here we go. Where are you? Like this, set it over here to the side. Are we good? Here we go. Where are you? I'm in Columbia, Missouri. I'm just north of Columbia. Melody, where are you? Okay, so Melody, I'm like I said, I'm just north of Columbia, Missouri. Let me start this, and then I'll come back and check in just a second, Melody. Can you see? Okay. Friends. I'm not sure if that's the right feed or not. I'm trying to see. There we go. Hi, guys. All right. But the humidity, once you get in these suits, they're hot. I have some tips and tricks once we get into summer. Of course, there's nothing on this one, so we're going to lay it to the side. I always lay it on a board or something. You never know what you miss. All right. Tips and tricks. Like the belt fan is great. Those ones they show on TikTok and stuff that you put clip on. Tips and tricks. Like the belt fan is great. Those ones they show on TikTok and stuff that you put clip on your belt. Those are great for your back. You can use ice belts. These are just workers moseying. All my hives. I have 15 hives last year, and they were all this calm. I lost 7 this winter. I did that walkie comb. Okay, so this, there we go. This is called wonky comb, and it's just because they built it wherever they wanted. This, there we go. This is called wonky comb, and it's just because they built it wherever they wanted. As you can see, they're going under it, but this is just another nectar frame. Let me smoke my smoker down here before. Let me smoke my smoker down here before it goes out. Give it a puff. There we go. I will not be using it since these guys are calm. I will not be alerting them. They don't need it. Ah, now that's a lot of brood. There we go. Now let's see if we can find the queen, if I can point her up before she takes off. That's always the biggest thing. You find her and then she's gone. I don't think so. Oh, we got some larvae out here on the ends. Okay, so she's been here because there's some young stuff on the edges. The further you go out in the path, there's a larva over here. It's not capped yet. All right. I do not see her. She may went diving on us. Sometimes they'll hang around. This is a very healthy hive. And if they have more brood like this, we may take this and put in that last one down there that needs help. That's enough. That's the thing about it being a beekeeper. Always get 2 hives, because you can take resources from one really healthy. This is a 2-box hive and they're about full. And use it at another spot. Oh yeah, look at all this. She's going to bust out soon. And they already have a queen cell started. Look at all that bee bread. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. I'm trying to see the hive. Let's see. There we go. Let me see it. There we go. Maybe. The bottom, they've got all this stuff on the bottom down here. They're filling up all this stuff on the bottom down here. They're filling up all the gaps. Alright. Get off of me. Come on. I do not see the queen on this one. As they're running back down the into the hive. Alright. That first one, though, man, they really got this one messed up. Alright. Careful. This is going to be a very productive hive. I can see it now. See here. But on this side, see that? Sorry, I can't see your comments. Just falling. Okay. Alright. Like I said, they're busting out, but I got a feeling. See all these eggs? This queen is doing her job. That's what that is. Hang on, I'm going to show you down in here if I can. So you can see what I see. Hang on a minute. Can you see down in there? No. There you go. See all that? That's the next box down. Now I see why they're building space. There is one of the frames below that is just crooked enough that it's letting them, giving them space. So we'll keep continuing. I am going to have to take the top box off so I can fix that, because they will keep just building. Alright. This is a nice color pattern. Alright. Most of these are all just empties here. I'll get the other one because I'm going to use that one. Yeah. Oh. I always got a concrete block in the way. Always. Alright. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to scoot these all over one. So they'll make them use them. That's why that one's on that one. That's a broken frame. That's why that one's there. So we're going to put this here. Maybe. No. Boy. I did not bring any extra frames. I'm going to have to remember that. I need to rewatch my videos, but we're starting swarm calls, and I've been doing a bee removal. If you haven't reposted a whole lot, if you watch my lives, I've been working on a removal out of this house that I'm not allowed to remove any brick on, but they did let me have drill a hole in it so I could taint the hive with garlic water. But the beehive, ouch, that I'm working on extracting from the side of this house, or the they're up in the brick piece they put on these new houses on the front porches around the highway. So this one here, I'm going to take this frame here because it has eggs of all age. All right, we're just going to give it a tap. Everybody get off. All right. Everybody will go back down. That ensures the queen's not on there. Down here. Everybody will go back down. That ensures the queen's not on there. Down here. Let's see if I can show you guys or not. Here we go with that camera and the sun thing. Here we go with that camera and the sun thing. Don't zoom very well. There's eggs around the edge, and I'm looking for the smallest eggs. Oh, stand up. And I'm going to put a notch in it. Hang on a minute. There we go. There's some over here. There we go. There's some over here. You can make you queen cells. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Give them several notches on this outer stuff. Yeah, there we go. There we go. These are singles. Okay. So I notched. Where is it? Seriously? Alright, where's my thumb? There's my thumb. Okay. There. I notched this in between a couple of them. These are itty bitty, like little pieces of rice in there. And because I notched it, I'm signal to them that it's going to be a queen cell because it's going to be bigger. So we're going to put these other frames back in here. I'm going to scoot this over, and then we're going to run this one down to the other box real quick and stick it in. And they'll take over, and hopefully they'll give them a little bit of egg to hatch. And they're fine open. You can watch me go down that way. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to stick it in here. And these were the guys that we didn't find a whole lot of eggs on. So this gives them eggs to work on. Is it this one? Oh, dear Lord. Where did I take that frame out of? Is this one? Where was I? Oh, dear Lord. No, the first one had 4 cells. You're right. Right. The first one's got 4 queen cells. It's queenless, but it has queen cells. So we're going to take this out. And I'm going to shove this down in here. And they will race up here to take care of it. There we go. I hear giggling. Either I got a message or somebody sent me something. Alright. And we're going to leave them alone. We're going to put this sugar brick and pollen patty back on them just because they're weak. They don't have to go foraging for it. This is somewhat's left of a pollen patty. There's sugar. They don't have to get out. We have more rain coming. This helps. Alright, we'll line all this back up. I don't think that was theirs, but it works. Alright. Back over here. Now these guys, but it works. Alright. Back over here. Now these guys over here, I still have to take off this top box just because the bottom box has a... where is my... Guess what? I lost that hive tool. There's one. Swear, we're gonna paint these things bright neon green and orange instead of red. Alright. Let's take a peek down below, shall we? This can peek down below, shall we? This can make them mad though. Check my screen. How are we doing, guys? Alright, let's check this one out. We're only going to do one more, and that was a spicy hive. It fell off over a couple storms ago, and it's always been my spicy hive, and now I'm kind of worried about them. Alright, let's show you what I'm talking about. See, these white ones have fell off the rail, so they're making an uneven workspace. Let's put it that way. Please don't fall over. Hey, come on. Just hover right there. Just like these are uneven here. I just want to pop them up and put them back in line is all I'm wanting to do. And I think this box is out of sort as well. There we go. See? I think this box is wonky. I have to replace the whole box. There we go. Come on there. Yeah, I think the box is swollen and had a fit. There we go. Come on there. Yeah, I think the box is swollen and had a fit. So these frames are just not... It's swollen out and the joints are bad. Needs to be taken apart and reworked. Oh, come on. Reworked. Oh, come on. See, and then I can take it out. The other side falls down. The other side falls down. Alright, I got a feeling I have to rework this box. And that's just the end of it. So I'm going to have to bring some boxes and extra frames out and do some rework. No, not today. That's the key, not today. Alright. Alright, well, this one here, I'm going to have to take all the frames out and put it in a different box, but that will not be today. So that's what we're doing. Frames out and put it in a different box, but that will not be today. So that's what we're doing. Oh, wait. See if we can show this. Where are you at? Where are you at? They are fanning. So from what I get, they're telling you guys, with them fanning, they're fanning that the queen is over here on this side. Alright? So they're trying to make all the workers come over there because that's where she's at. Alright? So they're trying to make all the workers come over there because that's where she's at. Put this down gently. It's a very busy hive. Alright. So, I'm going to check the front, make sure I got everything. Very busy hive. Alright. So, I'm going to check the front, make sure I got everything even so there's no rain options. We don't want any water in the hives. Make sure your boxes are already straight. It's bad enough I'm going to have to replace that one, but boxes are already straight. It's bad enough I'm going to have to replace that one, but it is what it is, as my husband says. Of course, that's one of the older ones, so that one's about 4 years old. So I have done some work with it. All right, what are we saying on here? Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Let's see a few new joiners. All right, we got one more. It was spicy. And, of course, I was paying attention to my bees, and my smoker went out again. As a beekeeper, you'll start to find out your biggest aggravation is this thing. It's hard to get started, and it's hard to keep going. So, I've used burlap, I've used blue jean. It all depends on the day, depending on which headache it wants to be. All right, this is our last one. This was a spicy hive my last 4 years. And it fell over during a storm, and the lid came off. They stayed, but I haven't seen much activity out of them, and I just want to leave them alone because we're in Missouri, and we've had a lot of storms lately. I didn't want to interrupt them, so we're going to give them some smoke. They were in here about a week ago. I popped the top. I don't hear nothing. Maybe popping the top made them calmer finally. Because I've requeened this thing twice. Let's see where you guys can see so I know where my pinpoint is. Okay, about the middle. Alright. Here we go. They're in there. Alright, I'm going to give them some smoke and then we'll get the top open. They got sugar and stuff in here, so they're eating just healthy. They're fine. We're going to see how spicy they get. They still have their winter covering on. That's how much I've not touched this hive. They still have their winter wrap on. Alright. I'm here. Might as well pull that off. Because wasps are starting to make nests in the wrapping. Now it takes about 21 days to make an average honeybee. It only takes 8 days to hatch a wasp. Remember that when you're getting rid of a wasp nest or a paper wasp nest, it only takes 8 days for those suckers to hatch. So that's how they grow so fast. Is in 8 days they can double their size and triple, whatever. Alright, do a cleanup. Let's do a quick inspection. Shall we? That made them mad. There we go. Alright, got all their winter wrap off. These guys, they're working hard. You don't even notice me now. I can't see. You don't even notice me now. I can't see. Okay, let's try this. Okay, here we go. Let me pull one out. It's not working. Oop, stand up. You're not standing up. Are you all drunk on there? I know. Boy, this thing is not wanting to work with me. There we go. You see? Okay. Carry on. All right, let's pull our outer frame. Now, I've learned that you can walk frames to make them build out. And when you're a new beekeeper and you're starting to build your frames, what it is I found, I was told, and it helped me. Because you notice the bees will always build in the middle. I should have pulled the other side to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Hang on. Let's pull this side. That way I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. If I can get it out. No. Boy. They have meshed these together. There we go. I have not took them apart since they fell in the storm about 3 weeks ago, so and you're good. They've got this all sealed up, and that was because of it being in the rainstorm. All right. This outer one, as you can see, it's got a little bit on this side, but this side is empty. We'll lay that across. Now, as I work, I'm going to pop these. Where are you at? Oh, no. Can't friggin' see it. Are you there? Oh, come on. Alright. Let me do some drag thing to make sure I'm still here. I hate that thing. Because you can't do that when you're doing this type of work. Okay. Back to what we were talking about. Alright, I took this outer board off here. Where's my hand? There it is, way down here. Okay, it's in the comments. Took this outer board off, and then we're going to walk these across. And because we do, it shifts all frames one to make them start building the next frame over when we get to the other side over here. There's nothing in those, so they're all downstairs. All right, let's take a peek at this one here. So they're all downstairs. Because you walk them all over. Ooh, she's patchy. This is a patchy laying. So the queen is at the end of her cycle. They may be making a new one soon. This is the same way. That is very patchy. So the queen is not doing her job very well. Or that could have been interrupted by the rain. So I'll keep going. Hush, hush. My smoker, there it goes again. And see, this is all, and they've got them glued so tight, I just broke that frame. It came apart. I pushed it down in there as best as I could. So we'll see. Alright, so we're going to take this. Let's get all these over. There we go. But the last one that you took out first, the ones you took out first goes in last on the very far side. And it just stair steps it so it makes them work the frames evenly. Because they always build in the middle, they don't build out. So, come on, smoker, I need the smoke. We're going to pop this open on the bottom. I don't know how far we'll get from there, depending on how mad they are at me. Where you at? Ah, you guys keep falling. I don't know how far we'll get from there, depending on how mad they are at me. Where you at? Ah, you guys keep falling over. This thing is not... Alright, let's give us a whirl. Then we're going to go bait the trap after I seal this one up. The swarm trap. I don't know if she's even in there or not. I see nobody with pollen on. Interesting. Of course, when it fell over in the storm stove, she could have been crushed. These are just eggs that are left over. They keep hatching, and they may be queenless too. Come on, get in there. Come on, move your butt. Move your butt. Move your butt. There we go. Ew. I'll just lay that on top of there. I don't see much in here either. These are all empties, so they're not much in here either. I see no eggs at all. Here we go again. Don't tell me I'm going to lose this one. Let's see. Nothing. I may have lost her during that storm. Nada. Nada. These have got some pollen on them. I don't see a queen. I don't see any eggs. Nothing. Nada, nada, nada. I got a feeling thing. No, there's some honey and there's some pollen, but there's no eggs. They may have took, the queen may have took off, and these are just remnants who were out foraging. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I know I didn't like the queen and she was spicy, but I don't like this either. Okay. There is no resources in here. I mean, no eggs. You guys twisted on me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This thing wants to twist all of a sudden. I'm trying to adjust it. There we go. There's no resources. There's no eggs in there. So, we'll put this stuff back on, leave them alone. In a couple of days, we'll come back out and check that small one in the end. And we may put queen cages on the queen cells, because they had several. And do something like that. Wow. Another one. This is not good. Not good at all. And just like, if you guys seen the news here in Missouri, we had the tornado FE1 go through about a couple miles south of us. But we had some good winds here. Hence the bees. See these guys over here. I don't know where their entrance went. Hang on, I just want to take a peek. It's missing altogether. Yep, it is missing altogether. Seriously? Alright, here's one. I know they're in there. I did these last week. Yeah, that'll give them a little extra protection. Alright. Yeah, that'll give them a little extra protection. Alright. Put this on here. This one's an empty hive because it's swarm season. I always keep it empty in the yard. You'll be surprised. They'll move right in. Alright. Now, grab my gear, what I've got taken with me. We're going to be back out here before the next rain, so we're going to leave that like that. That up here. We're going to run over here to this swarm trap. And we're going to give it a good couple squirts and bait it. This stuff. Where are you? Where are you? Bait it. This stuff. Where are you? Where are you? What happened there? There you go. But so far, I've always used lemongrass oil. I don't know if it's too early for the season, but I haven't seen any. Even the one I'm baiting out of that house, it didn't seem to. Yeah, no, maybe I got a faulty one. Where am I? You can't see anything on this camera. Okay. There's the box. There's the box. All right. This is only a little bit from my bee yard. And it says to give a couple squirts in the entrance, or one squirt in the entrance, and a couple on the box lid. So we're going to rebait it. Gonna see y'all love me now, because I got the smelly stuff in my hand. I'll tip this up, give a couple squirts in there. Oh yeah, I'm not your queen, go away. No way in the world I would want to lay 2,000 eggs in a day and not be able to make a decision in the hive. Everybody's want to be queen bee. Queen bee lays about 2,000 eggs a day. And when the popular vote of the hive is when we're leaving. She doesn't get a choice. All right, that's that. Screaming at me. Got a bunch of turkey vultures yelling. I'm in the middle of my cow pasture. Is where his yard is. I couldn't keep them near the house because the flight path on them. You gotta watch your flight path. Is because they were cutting right across through the shop. So always know your flight path. And this thing's loose. All right, it is not cooperating back here. Seriously? Which one's which here? Come on. There we go. There we go. All right, we'll leave that. And if I don't get back to them, maybe they'll land in there. All right, we'll leave that. And if I don't get back to them, maybe they'll land in there. All right, guys. Any questions? I'm going to head home. Get you off this stupid stand. Why are these stands always so wobbly? This one's got a nicer reach. Can't even tell you're here. Hi, guys. Hang on. Let me do something here for a minute. So, this hive stand, if I'm looking where? Okay, so there we go. I can't even see myself right now. I can see the outline of my baseball hat. But if there's any sunlight, there we go. Any sunlight on this camera or on my phone or the stand stuff, I can't see you guys. I can't see the comments. I can't see nothing. Don't know what it is, but I gotta get it fixed because it's driving me nuts. Alright. The bees are still... Don't know what it is, but I gotta get it fixed because it's driving me nuts. Alright. The bees are still here. They're gonna follow me halfway through the field.